Hello, I'm Stephen Hammond with Covenant Financial Ministries. Today I have with me Grayson Shaw. He is an investment advisor representative with Christian Values Investing. Grayson, I often get a question, especially from young people, should I invest first or should I save for a rainy day or an emergency fund first? And Grayson, what I found out is that about 27% of Americans say they have no savings at all. And I really think that's probably a really conservative number. I wouldn't be surprised if the numbers were a little bit higher than that. Because I've met so many people in my life that absolutely has no money in savings and they live month by month. But it's always a good question. Should you invest first or should you save first? And Grayson, I've told people over the years, both are very, very important. It's really going to depend. Now, if you've got a job and you have a company match on a retirement plan where you can invest 4% and they'll donate 4% where you have a 100% return on your investment, it's always wise to do that. And anything above that amount, what you should be doing is investing that money into a contingency fund, into emergency savings. Grayson, is there anything else that you meet with clients that you tell them about emergency savings versus investments and which one should go first?
Well, one thing that does come to mind is how much you need to save, and that's going to depend on you and on really just whoever it's going to be. But the general rule of thumb is to save about 3 months worth of your income. So that way, if you end up getting out of the job or if a major expense comes up, you're not up the creek.
Yeah, Grayson, I believe that's exactly right. You know, some go as far as saying 6 months, but you know, if you're right now, I hear quite a few young adults that graduate college, they get a decent job, and if they had to save half of their salary, that's a whole lot of money in savings. Especially, you know, if you're making $45,000-$50,000 a year and you're having to save $25,000, that's a lot of money to save. And instead of just sitting in a savings account, maybe they should invest some of that money. What do you think about that?
I think that's absolutely right. And for somebody starting out who maybe has a home and has some cryptocurrency and has a simple IRA and they have about $10,000 to their name, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for all 10,000 of that to be sitting in cash. Some of it should be invested, and that way you're making some progress. But maybe it would be good to have $3,000-$4,000 saved up, so if you break your leg or if you have a bad thing that's wrong with your vehicle, you're not having to take out credit card debt to pay it off.
So, how much would you advise a person that has just got out of college? They're trying to get their feet wet. They want to do some emergency savings. They also want to invest a little bit. How much money should they look at trying to set aside out of each paycheck? What do you recommend with that?
I would say try your best to put aside about 10% of each paycheck towards investing or towards building up that savings account so that you'll be ready in case of emergency.
I think that's very wise. You know, you give 10% to God, you're to pay yourself 10% and live on the rest. You know, if you want to be like the wisest man in the world, Solomon, he actually saved about 20%, gave God 10, and he lived off the rest. So strive to put away some money in emergency savings and also strive to invest a little bit. Until next time, God bless you.